prophesying or whatever it is here, the baby is saying what Allah has told him, or what Allah has given him, that has put in his knowledge. A baby talking like that. He says, so peace is on me. Peace has been given. Peace is on me. I'm a peaceful person. The day I was born, my mother is not even suffering from childbirth. She didn't suffer a single pain in her childbirth. I was peaceful. It was a peaceful birth by my mother. Okay? The day that I die, very peaceful. There won't be no violence in the day I die. In the Christian version, Jesus did not die a very peaceful death. He died a very suffering death, a very painful death. So it is contradiction here. It's not the same. Allah is giving another information to Muhammad to tell his people that from the day that the child was speaking, the child spoke himself, and the child is saying that he was made to experience peace all throughout. So according to the Muslim, Jesus Christ have a peaceful life. He didn't have any violent life. And the day that I shall be raised up, and the day that he will be raised up from the dead to life again, is all peaceful moments for him. Okay? So at least the Quran agrees on the birth of Christ, the birth of a man, the Christ, the born of a Christ, and the resurrection of a Christ. So somehow they accept that he died. But the Quran also does not agree on the fact that he was put on the cross. Does not accept that he was put on the cross or he died on the cross. So somehow the Quran has got the issue but just this very small one, we can see where we stand when it comes to the Quran and their view about God. I think that we have to clarify these things and see exactly what the Quran will say, or the Quran is saying, in regards of what the truth is about, and what the Bible also says about understanding what the truth is about. So as long as I can see from this, and what I know, I know head or in the Bible, I can see that it's quite very contradicting. If I could locate the other part of the verse which talks about the Christ, the Quran verse which says about Christ, that being changed from the cross instead of being hung on the cross. I go to, let's say, the Quran talks about the Bible in let's say XLVII, going to XLVII. Okay, in what verse would that be? Is it verse 4? Yep, we go to verse 4. In verse 4, XVI. Let me see. It says, therefore, this is the Quran, XLVII. Therefore, when ye meet the unbelievers in fight, smite at their necks at length. When ye have thoroughly subdued them, bend a bond firmly on them. Thereafter is the time for either generosity or ransom, until the war lays down its burdens. Until the war lays down its burdens. Thus are ye commanded. But if it had been God's will, he could certainly have exerted retribution from them himself. But he lets you fight in order to test you, some with others. But those who are slain in the way of God, he will never let their deeds be lost. This is quite a verse that I will come back to, but this is not what I was looking for. That's not what really I was looking for now. In Surah 5, is it Surah 5 or Surah 47? Surah 47 of Surah 5. Surah 5. Which is V. Surah 5. What will Surah 5 give us? This is Surah 5. Yeah. '72. Surah 5:72. Surah 5:72. They do not blaspheme. Surah 5:72. They do not blaspheme who say God is Christ the Son, O Mary, but said Christ, O children of Israel. Worship God, my Lord, and ye Lord, whoever joins other gods with God, God will forbid him. The garden and the fire will be his abode. There will be for the wrongdoers be no one to help. 73. They do blaspheme who say God is one of three in the Trinity, for there is no God except one God. If they desist not from their word of blasphemy, verily a grievous penalty will befall the blasphemers among them. Now this is the Trinity. There's something to do with the Trinity. Okay. This is something to do with the Trinity. The writings of this says that the Allah is talking something to his followers through Muhammad, telling them that those who believe in the Trinity are blaspheming. There's only one God, and they think that there is three God, and they sort of compare the Son to God or the Father, and it's a blasphemy. So he sees them as a blasphemers according to the what do you call it? So this is a Trinitarian approach, the Trinitarian side, which what the Islam version believes of Trinity, and how they view Trinity, or the Christian believers called the Trinitarians. They see them